Hi, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you're watching from or whatever time you're watching from today. I'm in my living room and look forward to having you join me. I'm Robin. I'm an instructor for the Senior Center. Normally teach brain-body balance, but in these sort of changing times, offering a stretch and flexibility class to you today from the chair, but also using a wall. So all you need today is, again, a sturdy chair, preferably without arms. You could still hold on underneath if you needed to. I'll be turning sideways a few times so that you can see some of the exercises. But a sturdy chair. Always have a bottle of water available to you, even if it's just a stretch class. Got to stay hydrated, so got to keep my water nearby. This is really designed to keep our muscles flexible and our joints open. We may have been doing extra sitting lately for this time that we're at home, and this is a great class to do just anytime and on a daily basis. So a few things, other things to remember. I want you to modify any of the stretches that you might need to. If you've had a knee or hip replacement, shoulder surgery, as I've had, there are some things that might not feel too good to you, and you'll need to modify those, or even just take a complete break if you need to. Always feel free to do that. Also, I just want to remind us that at this time, we're not charging for any of the online classes from the Senior Center. And our classes and activities and many of our staff are funded by donations to the nonprofit Senior Center Foundation. And since the Senior Center has been closed, the foundation revenue has been greatly reduced. That said, we would really appreciate any donations that you might be able to make. That would be greatly appreciated. You can do that either by going to the Senior Center website or just mailing a check. So please consider that if you would. It's keeping us going during these unprecedented times. So again, my name's Robin. We're going to be doing a stretch class, starting by engaging our core. It's always super important. I'm going to scoot slightly forward in the chair, so I'm not leaning back into the chair, so that I can engage the core and challenge that a little bit. It's not necessary. If you need to use the back of the chair for support, please feel free to. But again, right now, I'm just sitting slightly forward in the chair. Feet firmly planted on the ground, toes, ankles, knees, hips, all tracking in the same direction. Pull your belly button in, right? So you're going to pull your belly button into your spine, lifting the chest, trying to lift your torso so that your spine is aligned. Your head the crown of your head is lifting up toward the ceiling. Roll your shoulders up, back, and down. They're going to stay in the back pockets, all right? And let's just begin by doing a little neck warm-up, always remembering to be very gentle if you're working with your neck, all right? So right ear drops just to the right shoulder. Be sure you're breathing. Inhale back up to the center. Exhale and drop the left ear to the left shoulder. And again, ear to shoulder, right side. Inhale, exhale, left ear to left shoulder. One more time, right side. This time I'm going to let my head roll to the front, chin down toward the front, and then over to the left. Breathing, and then roll the chin down to the front, over to the right. Two more times. Roll center, breathe. Exhale, roll center, breathe, and back up nice and tall. Good job. All right. Let's do a little side bend reaching. So I'm going to take my right arm up and reach tall for the sky. The left hand can be supported with the chair. If you need to hold on the chair as you just gently reach over to the side, you can just place your hand on the chair. Or if you need a little balance challenge, you can reach for the floor with the left hand. Again, still breathing. Inhale, come back up, and we'll switch sides. Left arm goes up, right hand can support, and gently reach over to the right with your left fingertip. Inhale back up, Switching sides again. Right arm reaches up. Deep breath. And reaching over toward the left. If it's available to you, you might want to look up and under the arm. Still breathing, feeling a nice long stretch from your under your shoulder all the way down to the top of your hip, waking up your sides, your oblique muscles. And then inhale up, left arm up, and reach one more time. And again, if it's available to you, you might want to look up and under your left arm. And back to center one more time. Great. Let's just roll the shoulders a little bit. Waking them up, roll them to the back. Good. And then let's roll them to the front. Back to front. Breathing all the way around. And then stay down. And then full arm circles. Let's go for a big swim. So starting with the right arm, I'm going to reach back. And you can also follow your hand with your eyes, with your face if you'd like, all the way around and forward. And then left arm scoops back, all the way around and forward. Good. Keep that going. Inhale to the back. Exhale to the front. Inhale to the back. Exhale to the front. Again, inhale back. Exhale front. Inhale back. Exhale front. Awesome. Let's reverse that. So we were doing a forward freestyle sort of swim. Let's do it to the back. So reach forward first with your right arm, and then up and back, breathing. And then the same thing with the left side. Up and back and breathing. One more big circle each way. And relax. Great. So our shoulders are all warmed up. We're going to do one of my favorite posture stretches today, the overhead posture stretch, big shoulder opener. So bring your hands to the front, lace your fingertips together. I'm going to turn, if it's available to you, this may be a little difficult if you've got arthritis in your wrist. We're going to turn the palms inside out, right? And then push away. I'll turn sideways so you can see how that looks. So fingertips laced together, and then I'm going to turn the palms inside out and push away, straightening the arms. Take a nice deep breath. On your exhale, you're going to start lifting the arms, all right, as high as you can. Going to reach. Reach, reach, reach. Pull up and back, lifting your chest. Place your shoulder blades into your back pockets. Keep breathing. You can do this 3 times a day, and you'll see a huge difference in your posture. All right, on your next exhale, go ahead and lower your hands. Good, and then release your fingers. Well done. All right, so we've got some good overhead warm-up things happening. Let's do a tricep stretch by reaching up as well. So bring your right arm up and then drop your hand down behind your head. Depending on your range of motion here, we're stretching the back of the arm. Depending on your range of motion, use your left hand either in front to kind of gently press back, or if you've got good range of motion here, and you can bring your arm over your head and reach even further down your back, demonstrate from the side, lifting up, and again pulling the tricep back. Breathe, sit up nice and tall. One more. Nice job. So both arms go up with a big, deep breath in. And then switch sides. So I'm going to drop my left hand down behind my back. Again, using it from the front, a little bit of helper, or up and back. Try to box out your ears a little bit with your arm, with your bicep and your tricep. And continue to breathe. Yes, we're stretching our triceps, but notice that we're also still pulling those shoulders back. As gravity takes us forward, we are fighting it. Keep breathing. Good. One more good breath. And release. Good. Circle your shoulders out a little bit. Maybe shake your wrists. Okay, readjust in your chair. Be comfortable. We're going to be extending a leg. So, again, you can scoot back into the chair if you were sitting forward a little bit. If you need that back support, we're going to be lifting one leg at a time to start. So I'm extending my right leg out. If you want more challenge for your core, that functional strength that keeps us moving all day long, maybe just put your hands to the side for support with the chair. And again, extending the right leg first, bottom of my shoe. All right. So my foot is flexed. I'm pulling the toes back toward the body. Nice tight quadricep muscle. And from here, we're going to circle the ankle. So it's a point and a flex all the way around. Take it slowly. Think about drawing all the hands of the clock. All right. So 12, 3, 6, 9. Don't be in a hurry. I wonder if you can hear my ankle cracking over the microphone. And then we're going to reverse the circle. If you can't hear it, it is. Good. Still breathing. And release that right leg. Yeah, a little burn in the quadricep there too. Okay, again, either sitting back in the chair or slightly forward. Extend the left leg out. Okay, leg is straight, foot is flexed to start. And we're going to point and go around the hands of the clock again. So point, flex, and circle. Point, flex, circle, and breathe. Nice. One more. And then reverse. Let's do the circle in the other direction. Last time. And then the left leg comes down to the floor. All right, shake it out a little bit. Well done. All right, both legs this time. All right, both legs up, and just a straight point and a full flex. Straight point, full flex. Point, flex. Don't hold your breath. Point, flex. 2 more. And take your time. Go at your own pace. Feel free to take a break if you need to, but just important to know that you can go at your own pace as well. Good. Last one. And both feet down. Nice. All right, let's do something for the wrists the same way we just did our ankles. So by bringing one arm out to start with, and we'll just circle that wrist. All right? Circle, circle, circle. Through your full range of motion, reverse your circle. Nice. And then hold and open the palm as wide as you can. Open your fingers. Close and make a tight fist. Good. Breathe. Open. Close and make a tight fist. Wonderful for arthritis. Open. Close. Open. Close. One last time. Open. Close, and release the arm. Great. All right, left side. So bringing the left arm out, starting with just big circles, circling the wrist around and around. I think you can see this better if I put my hand in front of a black background. Good. And then reverse that circle. The wrist is circling. Staying nice and fluid. Good. And hold. And then open the palms. Close and make your tight fist. Good. Inhale, open. Close and make the tight fist. Breathe open. Close and make your fist. One more time, open. Close and make your fist. And relax. Great job, great job. All right. So, one of the things that we almost always do when we're doing our chair stretches is a seated reach and pull. For this one, it is a little bit easier if you can scoot forward slightly in the chair. So check your foot and your ankle alignment to start with. Be sure that your feet are planted solidly on the floor, okay? And then you contract from your toe to your ankle to your knee up through your hips. So we don't have our knees wide open. We don't have them turned in. Everything's just nice and lined up. Tummy's in. What we're going to do is just simply reach down toward the floor. It depends on how your range of motion is. You might be able to go all the way to the floor. It might be your ankles. It might be your calves. It might just be your knees, and that's fine too. But we're going to start with the reach, taking it over, and then as you sit up, inhale, pull back, squeeze to the back like you're rowing. All right, I'm going to turn sideways once again to show that from a different position. Here's your forward reach, your forward fold, and as you inhale, you're pulling up and squeezing back. Shoulder blades together in the back. Chest is nice and open in the front. All right, so warming up our hip flexors. Okay, here we go. Breath in, breath out. Exhale and row back. Good, and again, reach down, inhale. Pull up and back, row. And here we go, down. Sit up, pull back, row. We have two more of these. Down, up, back, and row. And one more down. Up, back, and row. Great. And release. Very nice. Okay. A little bit of spinal rotation. Remember to be very gentle if you have osteoporosis. We're doing our genie arms today, Barbara Eden style. And then take a breath. Everything's still facing forward. And then you're just going to gently turn to the right. Move around your twists a bit to your right. Inhale to the center. Turn and twist a bit to your left. Thinking about wringing the air out of your lungs or wringing the washcloth out around your waist. Inhaling and exhaling. Good. Inhale, exhale. One more time to the right. One more time back to the left. Nice tall spine. Back to the center. And release. Great. All right. Again, something else we do almost every time is a seated cat-cow. Usually if you're taking my mat class, we'll do this. We can do it seated. We do it cross-legged. We also do it on all fours. When we're in the chair, again, turning sideways, just rest your hands in front of your knees, right? And as you inhale, lift the chest, arch the back a bit, pull your shoulder blades back and down, and if it's available to you, you can look up. If it bothers your neck or your chin, keep it straight forward. And then as you exhale, you're going to pull through, rounding your belly, rounding your back, extending the arms, and feel a nice big stretch right here through your low back, opening through the shoulders, eyes to thighs. Beautiful. And again, inhale, bring it all up, arch the back. Our backs are crying out for extension. This is an extended spinal position. And then exhale, pull through. I'm going to come back to the center. We're going to do that one more time. Inhale, up. Exhale, pull through under. And come back into a neutral position. Great, well done. Let's move on to a couple of leg stretches while we're still in the chair. All right, hamstring stretch. Now, the further back in the chair you sit, the harder it's going to be to get that foot down to the floor. So in this one, I am going to suggest that you scooch forward a little bit in your chair. My favorite word, right? Scooch. But hold on for support, all right? Left leg is going to remain planted on the floor. The right leg is going to extend with a flexed foot, and the heel comes down to the floor, all right? Continue to hold on. I'm going to hold with my right hand, lean forward, and rest your left arm on your left thigh. Now continue to pull back through the toe. I'll turn sideways a little bit so you can see this again. Pulling back so you're getting a big, nice stretch all along your hamstring and through to your calf muscle, all right? Now, I've noticed that I do pretty much have a flat back in this position. I'm not rounding over, all right? Hand sandwich right here at the hips with a flex position. Hold and breathe. Now, if you're very flexible, and this is pretty easy for you, you could actually reach down for your toe. Guess what? You could also use the prop that we often use on the mat. You could use your king-size pillowcase underneath your foot and pull back from the chair position. Okay? We are going to do some calf stretches against the wall. So if this isn't working for you, no worries. We'll get that calf stretched out another way. Great. And then come back up. Well done. Well done. All right. Let's switch sides. Right foot plants to the floor. Left foot goes out. Flexed. Heel down. Deep breath. Exhale forward. Pause right here. Again, holding for support whenever you need it. That's why the chair is here. We're just going to breathe into it. Tight hamstrings are such a contributor to low back pain. It's important to get the hamstrings loose and stretched. One more good breath. Good. And come all the way up. Bring that left leg back in. Now, for our figure 4 seated stretch today, always remember to modify if you've had a hip replacement or a knee replacement, and you know what works best for you. The full stretch is to cross the right ankle over the left thigh and be able to lean forward. Now, if that doesn't work for you, no worries. Just take your right leg, cross it over your ankle instead of all the way up onto your thigh, and you'll still feel a nice hip opener and a nice stretch. So cross where it's comfortable for you, ankle or thigh, and we're going to start by just, again, leaning slightly forward. In my case, I like to just put my forearm on the inside of the knee and give it a little help, just pressing it down toward the floor, really feeling that hip open. It may be difficult if you're more in this position, okay? If your hips are a little bit tight, understandable. Just support yourself and just lean forward into it a little bit. Again, this is called a figure 4 stretch. Sometimes we do this lying on our back when I teach a mat class. In that case, you're holding underneath the knee, underneath the thigh, and pulling it towards your chest. But, in this case, just leaning forward will do it. So just keep breathing. And great. On your next inhale, raise your body, and we're going to switch legs. Right, so we're going to uncross this one and take your left leg, and I'll modify on the left side today. You can bring it all the way up, all right, or cross it at the ankle, your choice. Breathe in, breathe out. Just leaning slightly forward, opening the knee. It's a hip opener. It also stretches our gluteal muscles. One more good breath. Good. Inhaling, draw everything back up to center. Uncross your legs. We're going to stand for our wall stretches, these for our calves, right? And also, we're going to do a chest opener today. So my wall happens to be nice and close. We're going to start with the chest opener. I'm going to bring my left arm so that you can see me with this. I'm going to bring my arm into a goalpost position, right? So 90-degree bend at my elbow, just across, maybe slightly lower than the shoulder. Move a little bit closer to the wall, turn the palm in toward the wall, okay? And then I am just going to start to turn to my right, right? Keeping the arm flat against the wall so that I'm getting a big chest opener right here. Good. Take a breath. Keep breathing. Good. Inhale, exhale. We're doing one arm at a time today, but if you have a corner, if a corner is available to you, you could actually do both arms at the same time. One more breath. Good. Exhaling. Right, turn back around to the front and lower that arm. Okay. I'm going to turn my back to you and take the right arm, same position, goalpost position. Take the palm, flatten it against the wall. Bring the elbow to the wall as well. So I have my back to you now, and I'm just going to start turning to my left, keeping my right hand and my forearm on the wall. So I've got a great big stretch happening in my chest and my shoulder. Tummies are still in nice and tight. Breathe. One more good breath. And then let's turn back in toward the wall and lower the arm. Well done. Just put your shoulders out just a little bit. I think we have time to do those calf stretches. I'm going to move my chair away a little bit so you can see better. I'm turning toward the wall. I'm going to support myself on the wall. And since we've all been washing our hands so much lately, we're not in danger of dirtying the wall, placing our hands on the wall. All right. Step in closer to the wall with your left foot a little bit, and then step back with the right heel, the right foot. So you're going to move into a bit of a lunge position. Your right leg is straight, your heel flat to the floor, your toes are all pointed directly at the wall, and then just lean forward a little bit until you feel a nice stretch in your calf muscle on the right side. Be careful that your knee is not way out over your toe. This left leg, be careful that you don't have your knee over your toe, right? You want the knee to be over the ankle. There's too much stress on the kneecap otherwise. Now I'm going to walk us and talk us through a little more advanced calf stretch, one that is targeted toward the lower part of your calf. The straight leg calf stretch targets the bigger part, the upper part of your calf. But the lower part, the soleus, down where it attaches to your Achilles tendon, that's also important. And a way to get to that one is by lifting the heel and then bending both knees. So now I've got my heel lifted and bent, and I'm still pressing back, feeling the stretch more toward the lower part of the calf and that Achilles tendon. We're still breathing. Good. Go ahead and straighten the leg out one more time, pressing the heel down to the floor. If you keep it here, remove your hands and stand up a little bit taller, you can keep one hand for balance. You should feel a stretch right here in the front of your hip, in the hip flexor. Tight hip flexors are also responsible for low back pain. Great. All right, let's step in and do the other side. So, left leg is going to go back. Toes are all pointed directly forward. Left heel is planted firmly on the floor. The left leg is straight. We're just going to move into it a little bit, bending the right front knee and keeping that back heel on the floor down. Breathe. Keep your tummy in nice and tight. And now to move toward the soleus and your Achilles, lift that back heel, bend both knees down toward the floor, and still push back. Feel the stretch lower in your calf muscle, down towards your ankle. Still breathing. Now go ahead and straighten out your left leg one more time, placing the heel to the floor. And then for the hip flexor on the left side, we're going to just lift up a little bit. You can still hold for balance. As you lean back just slightly, feel it on the opposite hip. One more breath. And then let's step it in. Good. Good, good, good. And just maybe shake out your hips a little bit and do some hip circles, draw some hula hoops, hula hoop around and the other way. Nice. We're going to finish off back in the chair. Okay? So go ahead and have a seat again. Sitting up tall or using the back of the chair for support. All right? Shoulder stretch across. Let's take one arm across the body. So out into T position and then straight over without turning or twisting. Use the other arm to help pull it in across the shoulder a little bit, across the chest a little bit. Getting the back of the shoulder stretched out here. Good. And release. And then the right arm, keep position out, straight across. Grab it with the other arm, draw it in a little closer. And release. All right. Let's finish off with our next series today. Just love it when we have a chair to work with. So I'm going to take my left hand and go underneath the chair and hold on. Take a breath. And then just start to move to your right a little bit, holding on under the chair, and then always be gentle with your neck. A little 2-fingertip touch. Take your right hand up and over just above the ear, and then let your right ear drop down towards your right shoulder, and just breathe. Feel a really lovely stretch from underneath the ear all the way down the top of the shoulder. And now turn and look down towards your hip in the back. And you can move your fingers behind your head. Good. Release it. Come back to the center and grab under the chair on the right side. All right, so I'm holding under on the right side. Breathing in. Move away a little bit toward the left. And then take your left hand up and over, just above your ear. Very gently, 2-fingertip touch. Let your left ear drop to your left shoulder. Now turn and look down towards your hip. Fingertips go behind your head. Inhale and release everything. Come back up into the center. Relax your arms a little bit. Just keeping your chest facing forward. Turn and look over your right shoulder as if you were thinking about backing up out of the driveway. 2-fingertip touch, optional on the jawline. Give it a little bit of help if you'd like. And when I come to the center, I'm going to just let my fingertips move right to the front of my chin and press back. And then turn and look over your left shoulder. 2-fingertip touch to the jawline, if you'd like. Release back to the center. Look up, breath in. Look down, breath out. Up and open. And then that big hug. As always, pat yourselves on the back. Thanks so much for coming. Thanks for joining me. I hope to see you next week. lots of different venues for all of us. I think we've got Facebook and YouTube and all sorts of things. So bye for now. I'm Robin. See you soon.